I'm J.R. Church. Welcome to today's webcast. The United Nations has been toying with a resolution called Combating the Defamation of Religion. Now that sounds really good, doesn't it? Let's not let anybody talk about Christians. Let's give the Christians a level playing field, right? Well, now that's not what this is about. This is the defamation of religion. Religion meaning Islam. Yeah. This is going to legitimize the anti-blasphemy laws that are used against Christians in Muslim nations. So that if the Christians try to convert a Muslim, off with the Christian's head. You understand what I'm saying? This is not for the protection of Christians. This is for the protection of Muslims. And so religious rights groups are saying that the law could be used against Christians. The whole idea of defamation of religion, by the way, is a Trojan horse. You can't defame religion. You can defame people, but you can't defame ideas. And if the world is supposed to be open to ideas so that you have a different idea, you get to try to persuade people to your way of thinking. But this anti-defamation or this defamation of religion, combating the defamation of religion, means that if you have any negative thing to say about ideas, then off with your head. So, this whole idea, they say, is a Trojan horse. When you talk about defamation, you talk about people being defamed and people being libeled. But ideas cannot be defamed. Ideas don't have rights. People have rights. So the whole thing is really bogus. But they can use it to destroy Christianity. That's what the UN is all about, folks. You may recall Psalm 2. The kings of the world sit down together and plot against the Lord and against His anointed. That's what's going on at the UN today. Well, here's a nice note. On the other hand, Israel National News says that there is a little town in China called Kaifeng. It sits on the banks of the Yellow River, and it's home to a flourishing Jewish community for more than 1,000 years. At one time, over 5,000 Jewish people lived there. And for the first time, a group of 7 descendants of the Jewish community of Kaifeng, China, have moved to Israel. They're coming home. The new arrivals, who were sponsored by Shavai Israel organization, arrived at Ben Gurion Airport late Tuesday night. The city of their birth, Kaifeng, China. Jacob Wang, one of the emigres, said, quote, "I'm very excited to be here in the Holy Land." He says, this is something my ancestors dreamed about for generations, and now I have finally made it. Mr. Wang also eventually hopes to become a rabbi so that one day he can help other Jewish descendants of Kaifeng, China, to learn more about their heritage. He said, quote, "We received special permits from the Interior Ministry to bring them here for a year on tourist visas, during which time they will prepare for acceptance into the Jewish community. Once they complete these steps, then they will receive Israeli citizenship and be considered new olim, or new arrivals." Shavai Israel Chairman Michael Freund told Israel National News, quote, "The group will be staying at the kibbutz Sidi Eliyahu near Beit Shan," that's up near the Sea of Galilee, near the Jordan River, where they will be studying the Hebrew culture. From the airport, the group went straight to the Western Wall in Jerusalem, where they recited the blessings and burst into a course of traditional Hebrew songs. It took us more than 2 years, they said, to get the requisite permits from Israel's Interior Ministry to bring them over, but it was worth the wait. This is an historic event, he said, adding that Kaifeng's Jewish descendants are a living link between China and the Jewish people, And it is very moving to see the remnants of this community returning to their roots. At its peak, during the Middle Ages, Kaifeng Jewry numbered about 5,000 people, but widespread intermarriage and assimilation, as well as the death of the community's last rabbi, brought about its demise during the middle of the 19th century. Scholars say there's still hundreds of people in Kaifeng who cling to their identity as descendants of the city's Jewish community. In recent years, a growing number have begun to express an interest in studying Jewish history and culture. Shavai Israel is based in Jerusalem and reaches out to assist lost Jews seeking to return to their homeland. It's very heartwarming to see the Jews are coming home. Just as the Lord said in the prophecies, He said, one day I will bring them home from all nations. They will return. That's what we are seeing today, the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. That means the kingdom is not too far in the future. The Messianic kingdom is just around the corner. It's coming, and it's coming soon. So we can be thankful for that. One day the world will see Israel at the head of the nations. Will no longer be the whipping boy of the world. Israel will be the ruling seat of the Messiah, the Lord Jesus Christ. He's going to rule the world from Jerusalem for 1,000 years. And then, please understand, men shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. And nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. I'm J.R. Church. We'll see you again tomorrow with our analysis of the news.